especially if I was an editor and I kind of relied on that, and all the editors relied on that, then I'm pretty much behind the game. Like everybody's seeing the same thing. So as an editor, I want to be ahead of the game. I want to be first to the so-called crime scene. So I want to know those trending topics ahead of time. And the question is, how do I find those trending topics? Do I like look at each individual tweet, see what they're talking about, and kind of use my gut feeling and figure out like, hey, that's going to be a really trending topic. And if I think about it, like one case that I thought about it when I was thinking about this was, anybody remember the article about this kind of random, but this dress that was, in some pictures is white and gold, and some pictures is blue and black. And like my shirt, it's not pink, okay? It's a manly purple color. Just so you guys know. But things like that, like how do I know like that's gonna be trending? Like I'm not big. I'm not a if you look at me, like my fashion sense is not really good, but I was super interested in that topic. Like how do I figure out, like how do I know, like even for myself, like I didn't know why, I just found it really interesting. So I thought like figuring out why is pretty hard, but maybe there's another way. So I thought about like, maybe what's predictable in Twitter is not so much why certain things become trend, why certain things become viral or they trend, but it's more like, okay, how do these topics trend? Like how do they go viral? So an example could be like, my good friend on Twitter, Tyrion Lannister. Hopefully some Game of Thrones fans is here. But if Tyrion Lannister tweets me something, maybe it's a little bit shady. I don't know. Maybe I would trust him. But then if Tyrion Lannister, Daenerys Targaryen, and especially Jon Snow, if they all tweet me the same thing, then I'm probably gonna say like, hey, maybe that's really interesting. Maybe there's something to it, and I'll probably retweet it, right? So if you think about it, like, if 5 of my friends tweet something, maybe I'm more likely to tweet it. If 10 of my friends tweet something, maybe I'm definitely going to tweet it. And if you organization on the tweets, which I'll go into a little bit further. For the topics, as mentioned earlier, I started off with unigrams and anything that had a hashtag on it, and then did the k-means clustering algorithm. And I'll kind of go through, I'll kind of dive into feature engineering and modeling a little bit more. So some quick things I wanted to point out in feature engineering. There's probably a lot of experts out there, but I just want to point out two things that were more unique, which I thought were more unique to this case. So one of the things was the topics. So if you look at Twitter topics, right, there are some topics that are just off the spur. Like it could be, like Throwback Thursday, which survives for like 5 minutes and then falls off the grid. Or, like it could be like a TV show. Lots of millennials, so they're tweeting about Teen Wolf. So things like that, like they start off really quick, but they die really fast. So those are things I don't, as an editor, like I wouldn't really want to spend, a bunch of time writing an article about. There's another type of event which is sort of ongoing, another type of topic that's ongoing. So like if there's NFL season or NBA, certain topics would survive, would go on for an entire week. So I kind of wanted to rule that out because as an editor, I want something that's fresh and relevant for that day, like the topic of the day. So I wanted to find topics that, that lasted within 24 hours, not more than 24 hours, and were more than half an hour. So not something that just died really quickly, but I wanted something fresh and relevant. So some examples of topic of the day back then were, I think, State of the Union came out in Unity March. So that's as far as topics. As far as tweets, and going back to your earlier question, basically I took each topic and sort of aggregated the tweets so I can form like the time series plot. And certain topics start at different times, in the week or during the day. So to align them, time zero for me was when Twitter first said that it was trending, and then I sort of backtracked from there. Intervals of 2 minutes each. And then I sort of fixed the next, so I looked at 2 hours before it was trending, just as a starting point, just so I could compare them. The other thing to note was that because the streaming API, so it's only 1% of the tweets, there are some kind of gaps. Like you kind of see the tweets and then you see you kind of see gaps in the data. So I started off just like doing a straight linear the trends API, got the words, and then I went back to the tweets to match them. So these were trending tweets, these were not trending tweets.
So how did, do you know how Twitter gets those trends?
No, no.
I don't think that you said
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's, I mean,
Ostensibly they use Storm, right? They built Storm to do their trend analysis.
right, so what are they, I mean, are they using Storm and someone hand curates the trend list? You know, I mean, there's, if they're identified automatically, then what you're doing here is just reverse engineering what you're doing, which is cool, but I think it's something worth keeping in mind. The trends you're identifying here are derived from this gold standard that
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yeah.
And that is, you know, a little haphazard because they can pull a fast one on you too. You know, halfway through they can change the algorithm, and then you're screwed because you reverse engineered their trending algorithm. Now you can't figure out what they're trending.
Or even worse, man, page with the comments.
Yeah, or that as well. Exactly. So then you've got bribes, and you know, you can learn all that.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly right, yeah. Because my compass could be totally wrong.
Exactly. So something worth keeping in mind is that source data defines everything.
Yeah. But as it stands now, it's pretty, like if you look at like some newsworthy stuff, and then if you go back and look at Twitter, it's right as it stands right now, it's a pretty useful tool.
Yeah, yeah.
As it stands, but anything could change.
Right.
Yes. I didn't, and the reason for that was because so location on Twitter is pretty interesting. One is on especially when you're tweeting on a mobile device, most of by default it ties to location. But then on your desktop, when I looked at it, it's not by default. So what happens is that I've seen people do a few things. So the person that's tweeting it, usually sometimes in their profile they'll identify, like for me I might say, you know, I live in Dallas, Virginia. So when I'm tweeting, most likely, you know, that's coming from Dallas, Virginia. That's one way if the tags are not geotagged. Yeah, and the second one is like tweets that are geotagged, but it's a very, very small population. Like if you look at stats here.